Hi, it's Tom from T&B Tech. Well, the SensorNode Kickstarter is drawing to a close. These are the last few days that it's going to be on. It's doing very well. It was funded, I believe, about halfway through the campaign. It was fully funded. Now it's funded at like 150% or something like that. It's going to go, which means SensorNodes are going to be shipped to people. The only question is how many, what's it going to be funded at, and that's kind of up to you and other people that are watching the Kickstarter project. Here's the SensorNode. I've got one here. This is the actual production version, the actual board that's going to ship out to people. You can see it there, right? It's ready to go. The SensorNode, it's a little different from a lot of Kickstarter projects because this exists. It's been used. I've got over 20 of them in my house. It's been used for months, sometimes for some of them early prototypes for a couple years. So it's pretty robust and it works. Unlike a lot of Kickstarter projects, which are just, they're smoke and mirrors. I mean, there's a nice, cool rendering, real flashy graphics, really slick marketing materials, which I am definitely not in that camp of. But the difference is then you get the reward maybe a year or two later, and it doesn't really live up to expectations, or it doesn't come at all. And that's not the case for SensorNode. SensorNode is here and it's ready to go. There's a lot of information about SensorNode if you really want it. I mean, I think that's another thing that makes SensorNode very different from other Kickstarters, is because there's a ton of information on the Kickstarter page itself about SensorNode. There's a whole web page with information about SensorNode. I've got all these videos I've done on this YouTube channel about SensorNode, how to set it up, how to use it for months, in excruciating detail, showing working SensorNodes. That's different because a lot of Kickstarters don't have a lot of information, short of very flashy video, nice music, good graphics, but not really showing you the actual product working. So I've had a lot of questions with people, from people about SensorNode. One of the main questions I've gotten from a lot of people is, how does SensorNode compare to ESP Home? It's kind of a goofy question because SensorNode is a complete product. It's a circuit board with software. There's an enclosure available, power supply, all ready to go out of the box. You just plug it in if you buy the full product. If you plug it in, turn it on, configure it, and go. ESP Home is a piece of software. It's a very, very cool piece of software, very nice. You can do a lot of cool stuff with it, but it's not a product. Let's be real clear about that. You can take ESP Home and you can stick it on ESP32 and design a circuit board and put the ESP32 on that circuit board, put interface logic for sensors, for particular sensors that you want, and put terminal blocks to connect those sensors, have switches for lights, and have a power supply or a power management system. You can put all that stuff on there. That's a product. Put it into enclosure. That's a product. ESP Home is a piece of software. So I've got a table I'll try to put up here that kind of compares an ESP Home based solution, not ESP Home, an ESP Home based solution to SensorNode, and kind of show you the key differences between the two. I'm not going to go over them, but you can take a look at that if you really want to. But they're really not targeted at the same people. The people who like ESP Home probably like to tinker. They love Home Assistant. They want to do all the different dashboards, and they're constantly tweaking things and going at it, which is great, really great. Not me. The thing about home automation is, to me, the word automation, which means I want it to happen automatically. I want it to be taken care of for me. So once I set it up, I don't want to touch it again. It's the reason I don't have battery power on the SensorNode. I don't want to be changing batteries. I want this thing to work like a toaster. Hey, I don't change the software. I don't update software on my toaster, and I don't want to expect or want to update software on the SensorNode, and I hope that I never have to. SensorNode is here. It's working. If you want to get in, I suggest you consider it now. Only a few days left in the SensorNode Kickstarter. I think that the bundles are going fast. The 5-pack, the Maker's 5-pack was very successful. It's sold out. I can't do any more at that price. The triple bundles still remain. There's still those, and there's a lot of other deals as well. If you're at all interested in Home Assistant, made easy. The easy way to connect common home automation sensors to Home Assistant. Check out SensorNode. Link in the description below. Check it out soon because the Kickstarter is almost over, and good luck. I'll talk to you next time.